we're bringing you the Houston Rockets out at Toyota Center as they face off against the Los Angeles Lakers. And for Los Angeles, this is going to be a great test of their ability to match.
And that shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. And a good Thursday evening to you. 2K Sports presents the NBA. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Houston Rockets here in Toyota Center. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, take it away.
Well, James Harden is both famous and infamous with his skill at getting to the foul line. Some don't like it, but Harden says, free throws are a part of basketball. Either you're going to foul me, or I'm going to score. Putting the pressure on the defense like that is tough, but that's what makes a good player. Kevin, no lies told there.
Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. And tonight, two experienced teams, Chris. We're going to see what's something you learned as a veteran that you wish you had known as you were just entering the NBA.
It's one thing that you could not have learned, and that's pacing. How to pace yourself during the game. As a rookie, you're playing, coming from college, and the game is so slow in college. And when you come to the NBA, you figure, wait a minute, this 24-second shot clock, that's not much. But you realize after about 4 times up and down the court, wait a minute, how do I figure this out? How do I switch gears? How do I lock in and play defense and then run my butt off to the other end as fast as I can to get an easy layup? And a lot of those things is not about being in shape, but the mentality and understanding how to take advantage of the next play.
Yeah, I like that. And now the Lakers starting group, Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's James in at the 3 spot. And for the Rockets, Harden and Gordon are out on the wings. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Here is Rondo, following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Here's Davis, trying to get open is Kuzma. And Davis can't get it to go. And here are the Rockets now. Harden outside.
Strong foul. No.
Over to the left wing.
That's all you.
Westbrook missing again. Westbrook's gone 1 of 3 on the night. James outside. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Bucket is good.
Determination and focus inside. Not a lot you can do against James once he gets the ball right there.
Pulls it from 20. Here's Capella, and denied. He sends it right off the glass.
They're struggling here early. 1 for 5 now. The D has them bottled up so far.
James looking around, and it's Davis with the jam.
James is impossible to guard in the screen and roll. He's a master at slicing the D apart with the scoring, penetrating, jump shooting, passing. Should I go on?
Westbrook. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's James. Outside, Green. Here's Kuzma. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
A really smart opening quarter for them at the offensive end. Moving, finding good shots. They're 4 for 5 from the field. Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working to round out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
Pick.
Outside, Green. Back to LeBron. Outside, Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. Again, Los Angeles. See Webb last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding. Still an area to work on.
Really, the right play defensively, if you can't block force them to the line.
Houston shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And that one falls for Westbrook.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA. I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Second free throw, no good.
But yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
Here's Westbrook, following the basket by Anthony Davis. Over Rondo. Second chance shot. And it's Capella missing. Lakers leading by 7. From deep, James, good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
They get it again. Harden gets the bucket.
And what concentration from the veteran. Harden is awesome at keeping his focus.
And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. They're leading by 8. Now the pass to LeBron. Here's Davis. That one doesn't drop. And the Rockets take it the other way. To the middle. The kick out to Westbrook. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For the Rockets, Daniel House comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And then for the Lakers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for Danny Green. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Now here's Davis. He's got 6, and the shot goes down.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. Lob pass to Capella.
Man, he's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Los Angeles leading by 8. Pass to Cousins. Feeds it to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
Now here's Rivers. High, arcing shot. Good work there as it goes.
A crafty finisher. Rivers has a lot of confidence going to that floater when he's given a chance.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And they double up Davis. Harden against Caldwell Pope. Passes it to Cook. Here's Cousins. Clock at 6. Over House. And it's Cousins. That time on the assist from Cook.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And here's Harden for 3. The shot misses. And so it's Los Angeles with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this. Russell Westbrook has surly disposition on the court, but he talks about the power of positivity with his teammates.
Throughout the years, I've been trying to find ways to be a better leader. Leadership was a huge thing, and I felt the way I reacted to certain plays and my facial expressions and my demeanor can change a lot for a teammate.
Well, you can't win it alone.
And for superstar players like Westbrook, individual greatness isn't enough. It's about elevating the team around them.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
They came in on a mission, razor-sharp offense in that first period.
Yeah, and now they got to find a way to keep it going, keep growing that lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. Davis and Cousins down low at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Cook in at the point guard.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
Pass to Cook. Back to Daniels.
Right here, back door.
And there's the pass to Cousins. Shoots over Capella. Here's Davis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor, and the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
Out of bounds, Houston takes possession.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
And the Lakers making a change here. McGee's checked in. Rockets trail by 11. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Rivers. No good on the shot. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Three-pointer, Daniels drills it from outside. Daniels has got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at three.
Harden the pass to Capella. McGee with the block.
Oh, this is McGee's role. He's out here to defend and to stifle shooters whenever he can. A little surprised he took the jump shot with nobody around him. He could have attacked the basket.
Harden outside. Goes up on the wing. He gets it in there.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
Out to the wing. From past the arc. And another three for the Lakers.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Clint Capella, and Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. Pass to Kuzma. Outside Bradley.
Watch the screen.
Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebounded by Tucker. Rockets trail by 12. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Daniels from outside. The dive for the ball. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
Houston making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. James checked in for Daniels. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. A 12-point game. Outside Gordon. And it's Tucker atop the key. A rebound by the Lakers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Rivers kicks to Westbrook. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Westbrook's got his third basket of the night right there.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Westbrook, no good.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they've got to show some more aggression.
The shot's good from McGee.
This is where McGee's coaches and teammates want him to shoot from. They know he can do damage in there with his hops.
Westbrook drives in, plays it up off the glass. Westbrook's got 10 points in the game.
It was a tough first quarter for him, but it's been a different story here in the second.
Rondo with it, picked up by Rivers. Rondo against Rivers. The shot by Rondo is no good. Rockets trailed by 11. With a floater, and it goes down 2 points. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Crafty at handling the rock. I mean, you better give Gordon credit and don't give him the opportunity to get creative with it. He does not disappoint.
Kuzma, left side. Over House. The shot's good from Kuzma. He has 6.
And the mechanics Kuzma possess are solid. And that's why his jumper is so consistent.
Rivers with it. Here's the 3. That shot off. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one, a great performance from the field. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 13 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much all throughout that first half, and he was taking care of his business on the low blocks and getting more than his fair share of dunks.
Well, they haven't found a way to keep him quiet inside. I mean, their best bet probably would be to deny him the ball altogether because when he gets it, they can't stop him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Lakers leading by 11. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. And for Houston, they're shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. And reportedly, LeBron James... Oh!
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware.
Los Angeles has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's LeBron, and yes, it's good. LeBron's got 4 points this quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Gordon finds Westbrook. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Westbrook's got 14.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The drive by James.
I like the intensity from James, using his speed to knife toward the rim.
Rockets trail by 13. Now here's Westbrook. 14 points for him. Harden outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. And it's 7 points for James Harden.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
LeBron passes to Kuzma. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Westbrook leading the charge. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First free throw is good. What do you think about some of the most powerful dunks, Chris? The tomahawk jam reigning supreme. Do you prefer the one-handed or the two-handed jam?
Oh, man. That's
you
so
did
tough.
both so well.
You know what? I prefer a body-to-body dunk on you. Like, remember what Rose did over Dragic back in the day? Oh, my goodness, off the 2. Or how about Jordan playing against Atlanta when he pump fakes it with one hand like he's going to shoot it, goes down the lane and dunks on Tree Rollins. Just incredible. Or Blake Griffin dunking on anyone. Or Giannis dunking on anyone. Or Embiid dunking on anyone. Or how about LeBron dunking on anyone? So, me, I just want the showmanship. Doesn't matter if it's one hand, 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 leg, 360, or straight body to body. Just give me something, baby. Give me something.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Lob pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
The main strength of Capella's offensive game, I mean, he uses his athleticism to power home these alley-oops.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Troy Daniels comes in for Quinn Cook. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. LeBron outside. Over Gordon. That one a little long.
Get that board, Capella.
Rockets trail by 6.
Kevin, it was an up-and-down season for the Rockets last year. I mean, they started out very slow, and then because of injury, but it took them a while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division, but only nabbed the 4th seed in the playoffs.
LeBron outside. That ball is good for another field goal, his 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And James is super strong, incredible at powering through the defense.
And Chris, last year being the 4th seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was, especially, Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in Game 6 despite the Warriors losing Durant. The slow start in the regular season, I think, played a big factor.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Two.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results.
Daniel House has checked in for the Rockets. Rivers comes in for James Harden. And so Westbrook makes them both. And see, Webb, with the Rockets offense, the numbers speak for themselves.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. I mean, they had the second best offensive rating last season. I mean, they rely on isolations, threes, and free throws, but it gets the job done for them. You wonder, though, just how far this approach can take them.
Outside, Davis, just 5 to shoot. And they double up James. Caldwell-Pope for 3. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 5 assists tonight. There's 1:38 left in the third. Gordon up on top, covered by LeBron. Gordon against LeBron. Gordon dishes to Rivers. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Lakers leading by 6. Caldwell-Pope feeling it out a bit. James finds Davis. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They couldn't have asked for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Some changes for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for James, and Rajon Rondo subbed in for Daniels. And that one misses.
And for the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Rondo kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Back to Rondo. Here's Cousins. That one off the back iron and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
The 17-footer. Westbrook with the bucket. Westbrook's got 20 points.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Kuzma passes to Cousins. And there's the feed to Davis. Over House. That's good from Davis on the assist by Caldwell-Pope. Davis has got 6 here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Westbrook. This one for 3. Can't connect. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Back to the action after this word. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Rockets trail by 8. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Inside, we've got Kuzma and McGee. And it's Bradley in at the 3 spot. Here's Gordon. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
Ooh, the lost art of the mid-range J. Gordon just measured it perfectly, squaring up and knocking it down.
Rondo against Westbrook, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Cousins comes in for JaVale McGee, and LeBron's subbed in for Bradley. On defense, Houston, they trail by 6. Now Rondo. 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Here's Kuzma. Rockets with the rebound. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Gordon missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot, plain and simple. He's trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Rondo dishes to Green. The Lakers working the ball around now. James with the bucket. James has got 10 points in just the second half.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
It's Westbrook with the drive and the dunk by Westbrook.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. Green deciding where to go with it. In the corner, it's James. No good from outside.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
And the dunk by Capella.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Here's the floater. James finds Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
Nice shot, Kuz.
James has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
James Harden, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Davis is checked in. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mike D'Antoni was talking about with his team. He said, "We're getting some looks on the three, but we're not connecting. But don't get frustrated." He told them it's a game of ebbs and flows. Keep shooting with confidence. Guys?
Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the court. You know, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
Floats one up. Capella, the pass to Tucker. He feeds it to Gordon. Over James. Misses off the left iron. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Lakers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Davis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Rockets trail by 10.
Hey, get on James.
It's stolen by Green. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Kuzma with the ball.
An all-around player. Kuzma is very solid at finding his guys in their spots.
Houston now, time running out. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Harden, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're up by 10. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Westbrook, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Here's Rondo. Banked in off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 12.
Yeah, and Rondo, he's fantastic at staying strong through the contact.
And here's Harden. Kicks it out to Gordon. Launches it. Kept alive. That one, no good.
Nothing less than that kind of defense will cut it against them. That's just great work inside.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Lakers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
Wow, he owned this game. He never stopped working. He did it all for them, and you can't help but admire that kind of effort.
LeBron outside. Left side Rondo. The tray. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Here's Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis.
I mean, and Capella really using his massive shoulders to draw contact, not afraid to go right up into the grill of the defender.
No good on the free throw. And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
I just love the production Capella gives this team. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. He's their defensive anchor. He finishes off with oops, and he can make nice passes out the pick and roll.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when we play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.